Hello and welcome to Unfolding Reflections daily podcast. How are we today? I hope that everyone is feeling divine. We are aligned here and we are always on time. So I guess today I'm going to talk a little bit about purpose. What does purpose really mean? Because I touched on it a little yesterday in my video as I was walking. But really, purpose is anything we give meaning to. So we could be doing the washing and having a purpose of service, of devotion, of cleaning, of cleansing, of aligning ourselves with the beauty in the mundane. We don't always have to have the grand big adventure to be having a grand big adventure. And this is coming from someone who's traveled to 6 continents. No, 5 continents. I tell a lie. I've not been to Australasia. Oceania, I'm coming for you. But I really want to be content, more content, more pleasurable, more feeling pleasure in my body throughout these moments in the day, because we take this everywhere, right? And I feel like I've definitely compared to how I used to be in life, I've really cultivated a deep love for daily habits and for devotion to that as a spiritual practice, as my practice, and something that I share with my clients, that I share with my peeps. That's you. I mean, I'm here every day, right? Because I know that we can get really caught up in our heads about shit, but the little messages I get that say, I really needed to hear this today. Just every single time I post anything on the internet, it's not my natural state of being to be particularly public with my life in the slightest. But I know that there's this force moving through me that says, share this. Share this. Because YouTube got me through some really dark times in my life. And the purpose I've found through sharing my voice here is that maybe I touch someone's heart. And I found Heather Hoffman, Activation Vibration, in December 2021. I can't remember exactly. But she says everything is working out best case scenario. And at the time I was thinking, okay, all right, I can get on board with this. It limits anxiety mind. It gives my thought this great my body this great relaxation. Everything's working out best case scenario. Okay. And it's become a mantra. It's become something I say and believe because I heard it from some beautiful woman on the internet who chose to share her story with the world. So it's not a game of numbers. It's not a game of fame. It's not a game of redundant popularity. Probably what I'm saying isn't that interesting to most people. It's probably quite insulting in some ways. It threatens their very being. But there's so much purpose in sharing a message that someone might hear and someone might need and someone might value, because I value it. And ultimately, it has to come from that place first. If we value ourselves enough to share what we're saying, we can't go wrong. And it makes me think of, I'm sure there's someone who said it much better than I'm about to say it, but if God is leading the way, if God is, it's Rumi, isn't it? Yeah. If God is the leader of this dance, why are we so afraid? If we've been given these beautiful desires, if we're in our embodiment, in our feminine, in our creativity, we can manifest everything we want. And we can use the masculine drive for action, for being in our frame, for the containership of this experience to really take us to the next level of whatever game we choose to play. But whatever game we choose to play, we have to go all in. It's like playing a game of football, right? Like you don't go to lose. you go to win, but you're entering the field willingly, knowing that you could win or lose. It's better than never playing. For some, maybe. For others, it could have been a disaster. Who knows? But if there's a calling, if there's something that your heart is leading you towards, it's probably because there's a great fucking deal of deliciousness there. There's a great fucking deal of growth in that. And I know exactly what my area is that I've still got to grow in. It's my dance. I used to be a dancer. I used to dance on my point in ballet. I used to do competitions. I used to do shows. And I haven't really danced in a while. It's something I lost momentum for. Never passion, but confidence and momentum in. I really love to dance. And I think when we take the pressure off being something or being someone or being somewhere or, you know, living the big dream we used to have in that field and just starting smaller, you know, like putting on dance videos gets me in the groove. I was dancing in the shower this morning, you know, I'm probably going to dance downstairs in a minute, dance on my walk, you know. It's baby steps. It's one step after another, and a lot of the time people knock themselves out after the first few steps in life of pursuing something, of pursuing their purpose, because they've taken such giant steps and they can't sustain it, right? Because we've not embodied and grounded the smaller steps that are the things that need the mastering. The mastery is in the detail, the beauty is in the detail, the nuance is in the detail. It's just the same as a relationship, right? The real beauty, the real deliciousness of intimacy is in the details. It's in the what they can understand from us and vice versa without needing to share, overshare, or over explain or dismiss as irrelevant. It's the acceptance, right? This knowing acceptance. We are who we are where we are, we help each other grow together. And we have that with ourselves, first and foremost. We have that relationship with ourselves of where are we going? Who do we want to be? What steps do we want to take to get there? Right. And a lot of coaching can be about figuring out those next steps. It has to be with someone you resonate with, of course. There's no point if, you know, you don't resonate with that person and you're trying to fit yourself into a square peg and you're a round one. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be pleasurable for either party. Hopefully there's a recipient or a peg that recognizes your different shapes and can, you know, really affirm that for you. But there's a lot of integrity to be found from seeking help or seeking assistance or seeking wisdom, you know. Even just seeking a space to speak, to verbalize what you're doing, like that's almost what YouTube becomes for me. It becomes a way to share my gift, my heart, my being, my process, things that I'm moving through with the world in a way that may actually allow someone else to find more of themselves or take a step forward with just that little bit more information in their hearts. Step by step, day by day, we grow in every way. So let's just take a minute and ground in what I've shared, what maybe you've been feeling as you felt yourself respond. And we're going to do the breath that you might be familiar with now if you followed me for a little. You breathe into the back of the body and down into the body. The gentle rise and fall. What if our purpose is just to enjoy this movement? Enjoy this dance of life. Enjoy the love that springs up for random beautiful things, people, places, beings of physical or non-physical form. Love is all around us, and we are capable of experiencing it here on earth. So perhaps from one perspective, our purpose could just be to love. And to love what we're doing, to love the actions we choose, to love the way in which we're taking that action, from the space inside of us that feels pleasure when we take action. That's how I live my life. And I know it's possible for each and every person on this planet, with a bit of space, with a bit of time. Maybe not everyone chooses this way, but I know it's possible one day. And potential is a great thing. We don't rely on it. We don't over glorify it, but we trust it. We trust it to guide us. So taking a really deep inhale all the way to the back of the body and hold at the top. Just imagining you're clearing, cleansing, and aligning, welcoming in more love, more love, more love, more love as we exhale out. More love, more love, more love into the body, into the body, into the body, more love in the body, more love in the body, more love in the body. And so it is. Thank you for being here with me today, for your time, awareness, presence, patience. Know that I am open to receiving with my whole being, my whole heart, any donations that you might feel called to share with me. The link is down below. Know that I'm running my own devotional playtime container starting the 1st of April. It's a 12-week program. I would love to hear from you if you're interested in joining me. It would be an absolute delight and a pleasure to serve you. If this is where we part ways, it's been a real pleasure. Have an amazing, amazing day. All unfolds in the perfect way. And so it is. Namaste.